having been in the region myself personally for almost 20 years and working for a firm in Bahrain called InvestCorp, that was 20 years ago, we were actually dealing with wealth, but it was more on a deal-by-deal basis, and it was very, I would say, by default, there was no like institutional access proper. 20 years down the road, I realized by also running a family office before I founded AltNovel that having the dry powder and having the scale, you can actually be able, out of the Middle East, to build a very institutional portfolio, having a proper investment policy, investment strategy, and asset allocation across all asset classes, from regional stocks and bonds to international to global equities and bonds and public markets, but also private markets. And that's how it started. We did it for almost 5-6 years. And that's how it was built as a conviction with me that with all the trends now that we have in the region, with the inflow of wealth from all over the world, but also the intergenerational transfer of wealth from families, there is a need for also new platforms. I mean, AltNovel is one of them, that with a digital interface can facilitate and amplify the access into private markets, from private equity to private credit to real assets, but also digital assets. That is an emerging asset class. And also with the democratization aspect that we are introducing and we're following in our firm, you can be a small investor, relatively speaking, with being professional, accredited investor, but with a small amount, and build a very institutional portfolio across funds and co-investments by allowing them to build, to put a small ticket of an investment. Now, the digital interface is very important because the young generation, as you say by Yannick, they're looking for easy access and an interface that they don't need to spend too much time. They can be on their phone, they can be engaged and relate with a fund manager, get the data on a real time. We do believe that with AI and with data analytics nowadays, you can have reporting on a more frequent basis. You don't need to wait from your fund admin for 3 months to get a report, which is very vague and high level. We can dig in more data, and they're more demanding. So the private banking, that's where we believe that private banking, the incumbents, right, have to also catch up. But the benefit and the advantage of us is that we design with experience from the past, from scratch. And we design with new tools, with digital tools, with efficiencies in our systems, and be able to address in a very customized way the needs of the new generation, but also in the region of an expat, more sophisticated, also wealth base.